Welcome back, welcome back. Hope you guys doing alright. You know I am. It's beautiful outside. I keep tipping myself forward now. I can't fucking lock it up. I was locking that shit up back in the day. Stayed in place for like a whole minute. Anyway, just want to give a quick little salute to the super cop. Thank you. Appreciate you. You really did save my life. You know? You really did. Because El Chapo over there really fucking thought he was fucking invincible. You know? And he was willing to go all the way until you came with righteous justice. Funny thing about that too, I made a video a long time ago to Diana. Hi Diana. If you're still watching. And I matched our little shenanigans show and how I knew not to stay with her and that she would betray me. Because I used to watch this TV show called Gargoyles. And the main antagonist was a woman, if that's the right word. I think that means villain, right? Anyway, yeah. And it was a white guy, really, really rich white guy. And unfortunately a gargoyle woman, you know? And she betrayed her clan because she wanted to take over the castle from the humans. And unbeknownst to her, she was getting set up to destroy her own kind so they can take control of them even more. Anyway, long story short, all this magical shit happens and they go through time and blah, 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 right? And they end up in Brooklyn. And, you know, Diana was spared too. So she made it to the future. And Goliath, you know, once they woke up, he realized, you know, I'm not home no more. It's in Scotland. But we still got a job to do. We protect shit. This is our home now. This is what we protect. So as Xanatos, I think that was his name. Cool fucking name. As that guy souped Diana up to portray Goliath again and pretend because it was his wife, you know. He loved her with all his heart and soul until he found out she betrayed his people. It's one thing Goliath loved more than his woman, his people, his job. So, as the cartoon goes on, Goliath meets a detective, a woman, a Spanish woman with black hair that can speak American. She was in the mean streets of New York City, so you know she knew things. She was a good one. She was a good cop. And she befriended Goliath and started to help him in his adventure. Next thing you know, they grow a liking to each other. But they're different species, so you know, that's not gonna float with everybody. Anyway, so long story short, the bad guy sets Goliath up again with his long lost love. She betrays him and tries to shoot him. And I remember Diana, before she gets a shot off, something like that, some crazy shit happened where the cop woman shoots her or whatever and saves Goliath. Some weird shit like that. Then the building breaks or something, then they fall off, and you know, he could fly, so as the cop lady fell, he saved her back. Sound the horns! So it's really good to not only use that cartoon to best that dumbass woman that tried to get me, you know? Either these niggas sent you or Satan sent you. Either way, it doesn't matter to me. Like I always say, there's always an angel somewhere around to protect me. You fucking idiots just don't get it. Thank you. I've always been saved by women. So I always fight for them so hard. That's why I can never hate women. Because although women are my greatest destroyer, they're my greatest savior. Technically, you're my creator, right? We got to come out of you. The next time a man makes you feel like you ain't nothing, you tell that nigga, I'm God to you. You can't come here without me. I'm God. You know? Flex. Flex on these niggas. You know, you gotta flex a little bit. But y'all better remember that we the ones that carry the vessel, you know? You the portal, dog. But if I don't shoot my semen into you, you know, my guys, you don't get nobody neither. So I'm God to your ass. You better remember that. I carry the old spark. I'm Optimus Prime. I carry the old spark. So do you, though, you know? You got the juice. Y'all women got the juice. Anyway, it felt so good to know my calling, you know? Looking out for the women. Sticking up for the ones that deserve to be stuck up for. And, you know, smashing you other ones with the truth. Because just like there's bad men, there's bad women. And I'm not here to play favorites. Yin and yang. That means you're going to get it. And you're going to get the good stuff, you know? Women going to get it. And men going to get it. Anyway. I wish there was something I could do for you. Like I said when I seen you that other time. I really do. Like, you know how many cops, you know, don't save a life? You save someone's life that saves other people's lives. Every time I save a life, it's, you know, because of you. You're the cornerstone. Well, you're not the cornerstone, but you're a new marker in the story of the Lord for me. You're the one that got this journey to keep going from here on, you know, for however long it lasts. So, you know, for my wolves and my ninjas that's been learning, give a salute. You know, I don't want to say her name. Have you hating ass niggas probably hating. You know what I mean? Sure, there's a lot of haters out there. That's why I pray for mines, you know? Send my angels out to y'all. Make sure y'all good. They ain't always got to watch me. You know, there's a whole bunch of them, so, you know. Hope I see you again. Hope I could, I don't know. Wish I can give you a plaque or something. Fucking, you know? This world's fucking pathetic. We see people getting high fives and you can get a bonus. You can get a check. For fucking hurting people. cop saves someone's life that works for the Lord, you think anybody's throwing her fucking parade? You know? You know how angry it makes me to know somebody saved me? And you know what I mean? Men like me don't get things and don't feel indebted. Like, I'm indebted to this woman. I gotta figure out how to save this woman somehow. I gotta do something for her. I told her that too. I said, yo, I know like civilians ain't allowed to, you know, buy police officer things because it's sort of like bribing them, you know? Which is fucking stupid. Why can't you just do shit for cops that are good? Like, you know what I mean? When I heard that, I said, when she told me, she said, nah, I can't accept things from you because you're a civilian. You know, it's sort of like bribery and shit. I said, this world is fucking sick in the world, bro. You can't tip a cop for protecting your life. But I can go tip fucking a drug dealer. Thanks for making sure the drugs are good. This world is so fucking stupid, bro. But I get it. I understand why. You know what I mean? Because, you know, people would use that to their advantage, and weak-ass cops would take any money they, you know what I mean? They'll be walking around fucking taking tips all day. Not doing shit. So, I understand. But, there definitely should be some type of, reward system for the everyday cop, you know what I mean? Not just fucking, I'm the FBI and I made a mega bust. I don't give a fuck, nigga. Who cares? Do your job. I mean, I care about y'all too. I ain't gonna act like we don't need y'all doing y'all shit. Y'all been slipping for years though, so, you know, I ain't worrying about y'all no more. I'm worrying about the regulars, you know? These streets, these children. They need good men to lead in as an example, you know? Perfect example, I'm cleaning my route, and one of my security, sort of like security, my eyes, one of my crossing guards comes up to me after she gets off her shift, and she goes, God bless you. And I'm like, thank you, I need that, you know? Every time someone says it, he does it. So I'm like, thanks, but why? She goes, because you work every day. I see you out here, you're working. And I said, that's because it's my job. She said, yeah, I know. But when you take day off and other people come, they don't do anything. They'll walk past everything. They'll just do the trash and then walk around like they're fucking working. And this place looks a fucking mess. She's like, I walk through this town, I see other people. They're sitting around for hours. They just come to work, they do a couple bags, and they just sit there for hours. She said, every time I fucking see you, you're working. And if you ain't working, it's because your shit's clean. And I said, because that's my job. That's what they pay me for, you know? So I'm going to do my job. She said, yeah, but you go hard. You make sure you get everything, and you don't have to do all that. And I said, I know. I do that because I lead by example. I don't like a messy neighborhood. I don't like living in a shitty ass, sloppy ass town. That shit depresses me. It makes me feel bad. So I know it makes other people feel bad. Oh yeah, I think it's in the Bible. Cleanliness is next to godliness. So if your town looks like shit, you're far away from God. Get it? So, you know, I'm gonna keep doing my job. I'm gonna keep cleaning up my streets. I love that they put me over here too. It's a good place to be. A school zone. You know what I mean? The kids gotta fucking be able to come to school and not, you know? Makes you feel happy. You're not slipping and sliding and Regular stuff. Makes me feel good when, like I said, a couple of the young boys come up to me, say, "What's good, OG? See you working hard, man. I think I'm gonna take your advice and start looking for work. I'm graduating next year, and I think I know what you're talking about now." When he was giving me that little talk about, if you don't start working now, you're gonna be out here just like me. You're gonna be 40-something years old sweeping the street. When you can start working on your shit now and securing a job now. Even if you ain't gonna secure a job, at least you got money in your pocket. You don't have to be like the rest of your boys getting ready to sell drugs. Because I can't get a job. Yeah, you can. You can't get the job you want. Because you gotta earn it. Ain't nobody gonna give you no high-paying job so you could drive around in fast cars with the biddies. That's for drug dealers and grown-ass men that worked for a really long fucking time. And they were like 30 or 40 and they saved all their money while everybody else blew their money. And they said, when I'm 30 and 40, I'm gonna have a nice fucking car because I'm gonna save for it. I'm gonna live in a nice house because I'm gonna save for it. And there's nothing that can stop that except me. Anyway, done with giving a little lesson here and there when I'm just supposed to be talking about Super Cop. Shout out to, I think it's the sergeant, I don't even know. Another woman helped me out in the early days of the Batman series, I'm really happy. I remember when I was in my gray MGTOW shit, and I remember I said it, and I'm glad that the Lord proved me wrong. I was like, yeah, man, women, y'all taking on jobs. Women, ain't shouldn't be no women police officers. And if there wasn't, my black ass would be dead, because you niggas sure don't give a fuck. Men sure don't give a fuck. Now I see why we need women cops. Because when stupid ass, goofy ass niggas can't figure out who you are, women are good judges of character. And when they see the fucking look in your eyes, and other men don't give a shit, they can see. And they're not gonna fucking sit there like goofy ass niggas like, well, this is my race, so I don't care. Nah, women always step right outside that race shit when it comes to wrong and right. Men are so fucking pig-headed and so fucking, usually will let shit happen, right? Because it's your people against somebody else. And then when those same criminals hurt one of your children, y'all be crying like pussy-ass niggas. We gotta lock them up now. Fuck out of here. You got judged by God, nigga. You let that nigga go free so he can do that to you. You goofy ass niggas gonna learn a lot. A lot of you niggas gonna learn that lesson. Keep playing favoritism. Keep thinking you got these motherfuckers under control. These drugs they're giving these fucking people, bro, break their brains. These niggas ain't got no loyalty. Why you think I keep playing that Joker shit? And he keeps saying it over and over. I play the same skit. These niggas' moral code is a bad joke. As soon as trouble hits, my father, everyone's gonna turn on each other. Because that's your destiny. That's your God, Satan. Satan turned on his fucking father. So what the fuck are your destinies? To turn on each other. You have no loyalty. You can't have loyalty. It's not in your nature because you follow that nigga. It's not in Satan's nature to be loyal. Why do you think motherfuckers be fighting him for his throne? Why do you think he gotta pound the other angels all the time? Because they'll betray him and come back to the Lord. Duh. Because if the Lord says, I'll forgive you, he knows the Lord, he can do that. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. Confirmation. Let me get my black self back to work. El Negro. God Goku. Anyway, thank you so much. I love you. I knew from the first day I seen you, officer. I knew you were special. I remember the first day I seen you with your little afro and shit. I said, oh, is she black? Nah, she can't be. She look Spanish. And I used to always sweep in front of the police station, you know. Used to go hard for y'all. I used to always make sure y'all shit was clean. I hope whoever they got over there is keeping that shit clean over there. You know what I mean? Don't be fucking around in the mayor's office, dog. Especially near the police station. Don't be fucking around. Don't be having glass all around there and all that. Clean that shit up. They work for y'all. They protecting us. They can at least be getting into their cars and not stepping on dog poop and glass and, you know what I'm saying? They earn that respect just being out there. Give it to them. You know? But like I said, glad I was always kind and showing my real self, you know. Definitely paid off in the end. 'Cause everything y'all lied about, that shit is gonna backfire on you guys so bad now. You're just gonna look stupid. Anyway. Thank you. I'm sure if, I can't do nothing for you, I'm sure the Lord will. Like it says, what you do to the little of them, you do directly to the Lord. You save the Lord's life. And that's what I'll do for you. I'll tell you these things and then tell you, yo, pray for something. Ask the Father for something. Because you definitely got something coming. I think it's time for people that do good things. I think when we pray for shit now, certain things that belong to us or should be, I think it's going to come now because of our good deeds. I think that's why Jesus said, follow my ways if you want blessings of the Lord. Do things. All love, all praise to the Most High, to the secret admirer. Hope you're doing alright. You know? I'm getting a lot of readings about you. Not sure who you are. Says there's a couple of you. Wish you people would just start talking to me already. You know, a secret admirer doesn't mean someone always likes you. It's just, no, they like your style. They like the what you're talking. And I think my father wants me to start recruiting again. Now, what that really means, I don't know, because, I don't trust anybody, so, I don't know. I guess I got to start getting people on level 1, I don't know. All I do know is charlatans beware. I'm sure you're watching. When you come in, you're going to get what you get, and I'm willing to lose and be tricked and whatever again. I'm back in the game. I'm ready to get back in for the tricks, It's the part of life. So, bring your minions, bring your idiots, so I can pray against them and reveal them. That's all that's going to happen. All the good people, though, unless you want to be on camera, you want to be spoken of, and I'll speak of you. But now, GMB, sound the horns. Good morning. Now GMB's just like what Bane said, nigga, we the League of the Shadows, and I'm king. I realize what I'm building can't be announced in the world because people will hate on your ass immediately and try to stop you. So, we're gonna do the ninja thing and, do our thing, meet up with each other and do face-to-face contact. Maybe rub some of this luck off on some of yous. maybe you could start helping me with shit because I know my blessings now. I know how it works now. Now I just need to find the right people that are not wicked and stupid. Because I'm not blessing anybody that's an idiot. First of all, I'm not blessing anybody that's not going to come work for me in the Lord. So if you're, you want a blessing, I want you to help me get the Lord's favor. You go get the Lord's favor. Anybody that deserves the Lord's favor for me is people that's going to work with me and for the Lord. So, you got your own plans, do your own thing, bro. Go call another one. There's other ones that can help you get to that. You don't need to join them. You don't need to do things for them. They'll, whatever, I don't know who they are, but I know there's more than one of me. It's kind of written in the book. So, I love you. To my wolves and my ninjas, shout out 7 grams. You already know what it is, big homie. Shout out 7. Corey. Gotta find your channel again. A lot of the people I watch, I don't subscribe to your channel because they hack my shit. And when I comment on your videos, they start hacking y'all shit and fucking with y'all and shit. Cause as soon as I comment, the very next video, niggas talking about, yo, why people playing with my shit? My computer fucking up, my da-da-da. So, I'm gonna stop, contacting y'all like that because, anybody I contact, these people are all over it, hate. And it's a good thing because eventually, that's how you leave the trail. And, eventually you're gonna get caught the fuck up. All praise to the Most High.